Hello guys, during penetration testing, sometimes you encounter a scenario where you need to scan some servers which are not accessible through the internet. Now today we will see how we can build and integrate a basic port scanner within our script. The thing is, usually once you gain access to a target machine, you start looking for other possible targets. For example, if we were able to get access to this machine or to this laptop, then we can extend our attack and scan targets to see what port and services are running on these machines or servers. Other use case for this built-in port scanner is to make this target scan, for example, an online server here, and we will make this target scan this online server on our behalf so we can hide our scanning activities. Okay, so right now I am on the client side, and the syntax format for sending a scan request is going to be the following. It's going to be a scan keyword, then a space, then the IP address that we want to scan, then we have a colon, and then the port or the port list that we want to scan, separated with comma. So as soon as we get the scan keyword, we're gonna slice or split off the first 5 characters so we can get rid of this part. And then we will split the second part or the right part into 2 sections based on the colon. So this is the first section that contains the IP address that we want to scan, and the second section contains the port list that we want to scan. Now to keep the code clean, I made an entire function called scanner to do the actual scan for us. So we're gonna pass the TCP socket object as well as the IP as well as the ports to this scanner function. Okay, right now inside the scanner function, I defined a scan result, which is a variable that will store our scanning result. Now remember that the ports are separated by comma, so we're gonna split based on the comma and then make a loop on each individual port. And then we will try to connect using the socket library for each of these individual ports. Now notice that I used a connect _.ex function to make the connection happen or to establish the connection. Now this function connect _ex is going to return a 0 value if the connection happens, and connection happens means that the port is open. So if this value or if this function returns a value of 0, this means that the port is open. And if the value was 1, then this means that either the port is closed or the host is not reachable in the first place. Now regardless what the result was, we're gonna aggregate the result and save the result in our scan _ result variable, and then we will close the socket and repeat the entire process all over again until we reach the last port in our list. And finally, we just simply send back the scanning result to our Kali Linux. Okay, so let's give it a quick test, and as usual, let's try to test the script. Okay, so again, the syntax is gonna be scan, and for this scenario, I'm gonna just simply scan our Kali Linux because I don't have any other machine available right now. So I will just do scan, then space, then the IP address of our Kali Linux, which is 192.168.0.152. Then we need to do a colon, and then the port number that we want to test, or the list of port number. So let's try to scan 21, 23, for example, 80 and 80, for example. I will go ahead and click on enter, and you can see that all the ports are closed except the port 8080, which we are listening in. So let's try to open one of these ports really quick and then rescan again. So let's do netcat -lvp, which is listening VRPS on port and let's go for example port 21, and let me just do the scan one more time. And if our scanner is working fine, then port 21 should be reported as open. Let's go ahead and do a scan, and fair enough, you can see port 21 is now reported as open. Okay guys, I hope that this lecture has been informative for you, and thanks for watching.